Brian. He's always got something to say. But no, all in all, good guy, good person, does the right things, and proud to have him as a brother.
I'd say he's one of the toughest guys I know, someone who I was always trying to chase and get to his level and kind of in a way make him proud that I could hang with him.
I would say we're all very similar. Like, we're all competitive, but we're also very tough on each other. And I think people with multiple brothers can attest to it, that it's always a competition. And I think when you're younger, you get into a lot more fights. And the older you get, the more they become like your best friend and anybody you could talk to.
So he's 3 years older than me, so I couldn't start playing sports at the same time as him. So we started wrestling. He was probably 6, and at the time I was 3, and that was our life for 15 years, and a lot of special memories in there.
Wrestling started for all of us. Brian and Matt started doing it much younger, but my dad wrestled in college, and he knows that it's a great sport. But at the beginning, it was to get us out of the house, to give my mom some free time, because like I said, we're kind of a rambunctious crew.
I grew up in Chicago, going to Soldier Field, loving the Bears, and always wanting to be there. And I remember being a little kid, being angry I couldn't get on the field, or angry a player wouldn't give me a high five. And I don't know if I was 6 years old saying I'm going to use that as motivation to get back here.
I think it did have a big impact on Brian. He's always been into sports and always will be. And I think if he was making minimum wage, he'd still be doing what he's doing.
I got offered a scholarship my freshman year of high school before, I'd played a varsity down, and I can admit now that was probably due to who my older brother was. So, I knew I was going to have a chance to be a college football player, but even then he was always reminding me that, where I was because of him and not because of me. And just having those little, competitions and, talking crap back and forth and always just motivating each other.
When he came to Michigan State, I was pretty excited. He had a lot of opportunities at other places around the country, and I was happy that he chose there. It's something that's kind of unique. Not many people get to do it with their brother. And I mean, let alone start next to them on the same line.
I really wanted to play with him, and just having a big brother, guys have big brothers in the O-line room, but I had my big brother in there, and just a guy who, his O-line room, the leader in the room, and showed me how to do it, showed me how to be tough, taught me techniques and worked with me. And sure, at times there were some fights and head bumps, but special opportunity. And then Matt comes in, and now I'm the older brother who is getting annoyed with the elementary school questions and just trying to find his way and figure out what college football is. So cool for me to kind of have both sides of the spectrum there, being the older brother and the younger brother. But just, we had an awesome time there, and what we were able to accomplish there together is pretty special. Not seeing him get drafted, that was one of the biggest motivating things in my life, just the hurt and anger that I felt that day for him. And I'm just going into that draft, I was just, if I go in the 7th round, 8th round, whatever it is, I'm finding a way to make this work, just because whatever that day was, I didn't want him to feel that for me. I didn't want my little brother to feel that for me. And just they both went undrafted. So to be able to kind of make a statement for us, it was cool.
Going into the week, I think we all kind of try and play things down and say, hey, yes, it's important, but whatever happens, and we'll deal with whatever it is. But he was walking into the woods to grab logs. I'm like, hey, grab your phone and take it with you just in case. And he's like, I'm not getting a call. It's fine. I'll be back in a few minutes. It's no worries. And I think a minute and a half later, the phone goes off. And I was beating on the window. That's funny.
I was getting calls all morning for kind of free agent feelers. And then Les called me. He's like, hey, you ready to be a Ram? And I'm like, this isn't for free agency? What's going on here? He's like, no, next pick, turn your TV on. So kind of caught me by surprise, and it was a special day.
Now with football, it's kind of spread us out all over, and being together as a family, I think we all really enjoy. And it's even better when you get to go and kind of cheer Brian on, because it is his lifelong dream to do this. And no, I mean, I was nothing but excited and proud of him, and don't tell him I said that. But no, I was just kind of in astonishment, like the kid who used to live 2 rooms down from me.
Very grateful for him and thankful for, being the older brother of me and Matt. And yeah, just wouldn't want anyone else to teach me how to do this or play football, or whether it's toughness or how to be a good guy or whatever it was. He always set that example for us, and very proud to be his younger brother.